Greetings to all the dear listeners. My name is Ms. Tesleen Sunny, Department of Commerce from the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. And today we are going to study a very interesting topic from Macroeconomics Unit number 5, that is Business Cycle. Before starting the module, let us see what are the learning objectives. After this session, you will be able to understand about the meaning of business cycle, and we will also discuss about the definition of business cycle given by Keynes. Then at the end, we will understand the various phases of business cycle like the phase of prosperity, recession, depression and recovery. When we talk about the meaning of business cycle, in simple terms, business cycle refers to the period of cyclical fluctuations. In the right hand of the screen, you can see that in the diagram, the cyclical fluctuations, or in simple terms, we can tell wave-like fluctuations are present. Now, what are these fluctuations and what do these fluctuations present? These fluctuations actually represent the condition of the economy, like if the period is of boom or of depression, or in simple sense we can say, is the business cycle in a period whereby expansion or contraction is going on. What is this expansion and what is this contraction? Expansion simply refers to the period of boom or a period of prosperity whereby everything is going good in the economy. On contrary, contraction is such a situation whereby there is something called bad trade. A bad trade is a situation whereby there is decrease in the level of prices, but there is increase in the level of unemployment. So, to sum up, we can say that business cycle is simply wave-like fluctuations which determine contraction or expansion in the economy. Moving forward, we always have to remember that the business cycle has a direct relationship with output, employment and prices, which means that if there is a period of boom or expansion, employment will increase, output will increase and the prices of goods will also increase. But in the period of depression, the opposite sets in. Now let us discuss the definition of business cycle according to J.M. Keynes. Keynes said that business cycle has two phases. First is the phase of good trade and second a period of bad trade. Now if I ask you a simple question like, if the prices are increasing in the economy, is it good for you? We may have an answer that no, this situation is not good for us because we have to pay extra. But when we think according to a whole economy level, increase in price is a positive signal, which means that if prices are increasing, it determines that somewhere the demand of the product has also increased. And if the demand is increasing, it is very normal to understand that we need to employ more and more people so that production can be possible. So, according to J.M. Keynes, good trade is a time whereby there is increase in the prices of goods, but the unemployment rate decreases for the reason that now more and more people are demanding goods and hence production has to be done. But the opposite is with bad trade. Bad trade is a situation whereby the prices are decreasing. Though prices are decreasing, it states that somewhere there is decrease in the level of demand and hence the production too will decrease. And as the production is decreasing, we do not require many people, and hence there will be increase in the level of unemployment. So a combination of this is known as business cycle according to Keynes. Moving to the next part of the module, let us discuss the phases of business cycle. There are 4 phases of business cycle, and the first of it is the phase of prosperity. From the word itself, we can understand that prosperity is something whereby everything is going good. So, in the right hand of the screen, to plot the business cycle and the stage of prosperity, this is the stage of prosperity, or it is increasing in a positive way. When we talk about the stage of prosperity, here everything is going good, and this is the most desirable phase for any economy. Why is this phase desirable? This phase is desirable because the price of the goods increases, the output is increasing because the demand is increasing, and because the demand is increasing, we need to employ more and more people. Hence, the level of employment also increases. So, in a nutshell, we can say that everything is going good in the phase of prosperity. Apart from that, because everything is going good, people become more and more optimistic, which means that they are positive that things will be good in the economy. Hence, they invest lots and lots of money in the share market. Accordingly, because the prices are increasing, the profit of the entrepreneur also increases very sharply. What we need to understand here is, though the profit of entrepreneur is increasing, the salary and wages of the salaried class or laborers do not increase at the same rate at which the profit of entrepreneur is increasing. Or in simple words, we can say how much the profit is earned by entrepreneur, the same is not distributed by him in the form of salary or wages to the people. So, we have to remember that in the stage of prosperity, the most profitable person is entrepreneur, and in reality, the salaried class and the wage earners are losers. Moving forward, because the situation is so desirable, investments are increasing, people are optimistic, demand is increasing, employment is increasing, the bank provides liberal credit policy. Now, what is this liberal credit policy? It simply means that the loans are granted easily. So, this is the stage of prosperity. The stage of prosperity, when it reaches to the maximum, is the stage of peak. In the stage of peak, full employment has been achieved. And what is this full employment? The people who are willing to work at the existing wage rate get the work. That is full employment. And in the stage of peak, exactly the same happens. When an economy reaches to the point of peak, it sets in inflation, which means that there is a limit whereby the prices can increase, and after this point, that is after the point of peak, inflation sets in, and even then the price increase, the economy will slowly fall into the second phase, that is recession. Now let us understand the second phase, that is recession. Recession sets after the point of peak has arrived. If we talk about the period of recession, it is not at all a desirable stage. Here, the demand starts to decline. Now, why is this demand declining? For a reason, we can say that we remember in the previous stage, though entrepreneurs were earning profit, salaries and wages were not increased. And apart from that, certain level production can be done, but resources are limited in nature. So because of all these problems and setbacks, recession comes into picture. In the period of recession, how much investments had been made because of liberal credit policy? Some of the investment become a complete failure, and hence it is a situation whereby contraction is more than expansion, or we can say it is a situation whereby loss is more and profit is less. Second thing, in this phase, people have a pessimistic approach. Everything is not going good in the economy, and there are very high chances that people are not ready to invest their money in the stock market, fearing the loss that may occur. So slowly again the output is reducing because the demand has reduced. So at some point the price also fall in a hope to increase the demand, but this is not happening, and again the employment level reduces. Unemployment in the stage of recession increases. When we talk about banks, now the liberal credit policy is not applicable. They apply difficult credit policy because there are loss in the economy, or we can say the investments that had been made were not profitable, and hence the period of recession sets in. When we talk about the third phase, that is period of depression, it is something when recession merges into depression. So after recession, depression comes in. Depression is much more painful stage and difficult stage. Hereby things become much more worse. Profit decline very sharply again. Unemployment increases at a very high rate. Again, because people are pushed out of the job, again there is reduction in the wages and salary of the people. As there is no demand, again the price of the goods fall, and hence the profit which could be earned by entrepreneur decrease sharply. When we talk about the situation of bank, they have lots and lots of reserves because they are reluctant to give loan to anyone for the reason they too are pessimistic about the situation, and hence this situation merges into depression. When we talk about the period of depression, it is a very evident hope that after this stage of depression, a stage called recovery 2 will also come. So the last stage comes into picture, that is the stage of recovery. When we talk about the stage of recovery, it is a very positive situation because we have somehow fought the stage of depression. How can an economy revive in the period of recovery? It is because of replacement investment. Replacement investment is an investment which has to be done for fixed assets such as machinery. For the reason because production had been less or had been reduced, more and more machines have become obsolete. Because we have to replace some in asset so that new machines can be purchased, there is transfer of cash or there is transfer of money, and hence through this process slowly the economy starts to revive. When we talk about this replacement investment, for the initial days, this replacement investment does not have any profit. It is clearly a stage of loss. but slowly the economy starts to revive. Because we have a replacement investment, we slowly start to do production. The production is there, but not at a very increasing rate. Again, because we need to do production, we employ some of the people, and hence employment increases, but at a very slow rate. Again, the level of production increases and slowly the income too increases. The economy sets back again, slowly the employment increases, prices increases, and the profit too increases. At this stage, there is less idle capacity and the economy starts reviving. Because we have reached at the period of recovery, people become optimistic, and hence again the bank is ready to give credit or loan at a easy way. And after the period of recovery, again the period of prosperity sets in and the process continues. I hope that these concepts were clear to you all. Thank you for your patience listening.